What's happening, everybody? This is Temple with the Cave Cast. That's right. I know we've been gone for a little bit. It's not my fault, though. I swear to God, it's not my fault. So, if y'all don't know, what had happened was like, so NCAA football has come out, and I myself, like many other of sports fans, have found myself preoccupied with the game itself. I hate to say that. And a lot of people are going to say, well, you're an older man. Why are you playing a video game? Listen, I have been a video game guy for a long time. I love video games. I love sports games for sure. That's my favorite. But I have been preoccupied, and I hate to let that be known because I try to make sure I keep everything on the even keel. I don't do too much of this or too much of that. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it has kind of preoccupied my time here, and I actually kind of forgot that I needed to record. I had people that were probably waiting on me to record. So I hope everybody is doing well. Today, I'm just going to let you guys know. If you don't know, it is right now a slow part of the sporting season, right? Baseball's going on, but I don't really get into baseball until the playoffs come around. That's just how I've always been. I watch, I keep track of things, but I don't really get into it until the playoffs get here. Football, college football will be getting ready to start up here soon. And we have camp going on. Pro NFL camp. Guys reporting to their camps. I really like to see the fact that quarterbacks and rookies started showing up, especially for the Chiefs. It gives my guy, Mr. Magic Mahomes, a chance to get out there and put in some work with the number one draft pick they had this season, and that is Xavier Worthy, wide receiver. I think it's going to be a good thing. I'm actually looking forward to it, and I hope I get to find some footage of them connecting in the camp. That would be, that would be very nice. Always, for the fans, that's really something that I always look forward to. I like to see those type of things and, see what I can see and, see how Xavier's looking. This is going to be his rookie year. So, also on top of all of that, we are in the midst of Summer League NBA basketball. And I know everybody's been talking about it. I've talked about it. We've talked about it here on the show. And the thing about it is, look, I don't really want to give this a lot of time. But as you all know, the talk of the Summer League has been nothing but about Bronny James, which I have no problem with Bronny James. I do, however, think that this is a science experiment that is not panning out the way the Lakers, would hope. Let's just say Bronny has not lived up to what the media may have put out there, as much as they've covered him. And I get it, he's going to get the coverage because of who his dad is. But at the same time, that's a lot of pressure to put on that young man. So he's getting it, from the media and not always in a fair light as far as, what he has been doing on the court. But just in coverage in general, I think he would probably be better suited if he didn't have as much coverage on him right now, so he could actually work on his game. But, hey, what do I know? I'm just a father who actually thinks that my kids being prepared for whatever craft they decide to go into. They should be able to hone their abilities for that craft until they're ready. So that's just my 2 cents. Uh, One of the things I did want to talk about, because it came up and I was watching, it's kind of ridiculous, but it irritates me because being a part of the media, a lot of the times the media does things that I think are just totally unfair. And with the NFL, there has been a lot of disrespect when it comes to Patrick Mahomes himself. So, and the reason I say this is because there was a topic, and the topic was about who are the best quarterbacks in the league. And, they're already starting in about how Patrick's not gonna be able to do this. He doesn't have these weapons, they lost this. It's the same old rhetoric. But they also talk about how close these other quarterbacks are to Mahomes. One of the main problems I have with this situation is that they have continuously put Burrow in second place as the second best quarterback in the league. A man who has not played a full season as of yet in his entire career in the NFL. Not a full season. A man who has not won one MVP at all. No Super Bowls. I'm trying to figure out, how is he the second best QB in the league when Lamar Jackson has 2 MVPs but never gets talked about? How is he the second best quarterback in the league? And I even hate to put it on this kind of a, let's just put it like this. Josh Allen has not won any MVPs. But I will give Josh Allen credit for one thing. I pretty much have watched that man play almost every game. Almost every game. He's never missed, really. If he has, it hasn't been very many times. But I'm trying to figure out how a Bengal fan who knows the game can say that Joe Burrow is the second best quarterback in this league, and he's won absolutely nothing. Well, I take that back. He won an AFC championship. He did. But he has not been available to play every game in a season yet, and he has not won an MVP. I will give it to Lamar Jackson as the second best quarterback in this league before I give it to Joe Burrow. That's just my thoughts on it. I think you have to realize that Joe Burrow is a good quarterback, very good quarterback. But at the same time, in order for you to be considered that guy, or even close to that guy, you would have had to have done something to really kind of solidify that, and say that you're that guy. I mean, I'm not saying individual statistics or accolades are the thing, but at the same time, we all know that Patrick Mahomes has 2 Super Bowls that are 2 MVPs, but he's also got 3 Super Bowl rings. He's been named the Super Bowl MVP 3 times, right? How is Burrow even close to what this man has done? How? Right? I mean, we can argue all day about it. We can have people discuss it. They can give their um, they can give their opinions and their, how should I say, their thoughts on this. But to me, the whole thing makes no sense. In order for it to be that close, I mean, because to me, it's not close. It's not close. Burrow's not. Burrow is closer to the second place guy, who is Lamar Jackson, in my opinion, than he is Patrick Mahomes. He's closer to Lamar Jackson, who I have at second, than he is to Patrick Mahomes. And a lot of people may not like that. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't care. Because you cannot give me one thing that he's done accolade-wise as far as himself single-handedly or team-wise that you could say actually puts him above where Lamar Jackson is at. He went to an AFC championship game and won. That's one thing. But he's done it one time. At least Lamar Jackson has won 2 MVPs. The best player in the league those 2 years. That's what he was voted as. There's something to be said about the way you win and the way you carry your team. I can't necessarily say Burrow has carried that team. Stat-wise, I mean, that man hasn't even thrown for 5,000 yards in a season yet, I don't think. I know Lamar hasn't thrown for that much either. But the dynamics of Lamar's game changes everything on the field for a team. The ability for him to run, to pass, the scramble ability he has, the threat that he is, yeah, that changes a lot. So if you're going to put anybody at second, it should be Lamar Jackson. And Burrow should be looking up to him. Don't go putting Joe Burrow in there talking about he's close to Mahomes. No, he's not. He's not close. Sorry. Can't agree with that. So, we've had this discussion here at the cave. And, it's not that it's a heated kind of situation, but it does kind of get under a couple people's skin when we start thinking about how the media has actually pushed this narrative. They've done it with not only with Burrow, but even the year before that, it was Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the second best quarterback in the league. Neither one of these guys has won an MVP. Not a one. Not a one. So why are we giving them that accolade? Why are we giving them that second spot behind Mahomes? Bills fan, I love the fact that you guys have that kind of faith or that unwavering commitment to Josh Allen. That's fine. I feel that same way when it comes to Mahomes. But I'm also realistic. And the realism that I have about this situation is there's no way in hell that anybody can say that these guys are close to Patrick Mahomes. Not a one. The Bills have not won an AFC championship game. The Bengals won one. I mean, Burrow, he's never won an MVP, never thrown for over 5,000 yards in a season. Matter of fact, I'm trying to figure out how this keeps happening where they keep getting the nod for second place. How do they keep getting the nod to be in second? How is it they keep getting the nod to say that they're even close to Mahomes? Who's making these lists? So it's just kind of mind-boggling to me. So when it came to the question of, this season, what was going to happen, and when the schedules came out, and I seen the schedule for the Ravens playing the Chiefs, and I'm thinking to myself, what a fantastic game to have. The AFC Championship game is now, so many months removed from this time. And there will be an opportunity for us to see two guys who've won 4 MVPs in their short amount of time in this league on the field at the same time. 2 men, 4 MVPs between them, and they're going to be playing September 5th. It's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to it. I don't think the NFL could have scripted that any better either. Think about it. So those were the things that I wanted to talk about, especially the quarterback situation, because that has been bothering me. And tonight, like I said, it's a slow time. It's a very slow time for sports. I watched Serbia versus the U.S. Men's basketball. That was a blowout. It's I can't wait till they get done with these exhibitions. I can't wait. I'm tired of them doing the bullshit. Let's just hurry up, get to the Olympics. I don't necessarily watch the Olympics all that much. There's only very few things that I watch. Basketball will be one of them. I do, however, I am, however, looking forward to seeing how the men's and women's basketball teams perform this year. I hope we do well. I do. We need to go ahead and assert our dominance and try to make sure that everybody gets the message loud and clear. That's for sure. So, but like I said, slow sporting time. Slow. Not a lot going on. And I know I could get on here and talk about, I could go ranting and raving about the Lakers. I could go ranting and raving about Bronny James. I won't do it. I I like the kid himself. I just think it's a bad situation for him. I wish him the best, but I also think that this was not the best thing for Bronny right now. I think he should have stayed in school. That's just my opinion. So, with that being said, I'm going to leave it for you guys to discuss. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, I'm actually going to put a challenge out there for you guys. We want to go live, and I want to thank everybody because we actually have almost hit our 600 subscriber mark, which is pretty good for us just starting out not knowing what the hell we were doing. And we have pushed and we made some strides here and there, but I want to thank everybody because without you guys I wouldn't be still doing this. So but I want to put a challenge out there for everybody, and the challenge that you guys, if you come on my show and you see this content and you start watching it, some shows you guys are going to watch, some shows you're just not going to watch. I get that. Just depends on the content, right? But I'm putting this challenge out there because we're getting ready to start experimenting with the live situation, and we want to be able to go live. So we don't want to go live and there's nobody there. So we're going to start putting a day. It's going to be a certain day that we go live, right? And when we go live, we want to be able to have people, do the super chats, which we are available for now. And that way we can start answering questions. Any question that you have, I know we have a lot of Travis Kelce fans on this show. They come back here because of the compilations that we've put together of Travis and Jason Kelce, and we appreciate that. But no matter whatever question if you're a Chiefs fan, if you're a Cowboys fan, if you're a Celtics fan like myself, if you're a Lakers fan, I don't care what it is. We want to be able to have you guys inside the chat asking these questions, and we're answering them live right there on the air. So I'm putting this challenge out to you guys. If you guys see this and you get a chance to mess around with it or whatever, the challenge is we want you guys to be a part of the show. So when we put out the live, I need everybody to be there. I need everybody to be available to come on and ask their questions, and just tell your friends, tell your coworkers, whoever it is, family members, whoever, we want to have everybody involved in the live when we go live. So that's it for tonight. And like I said, this was just me trying to get something to you guys to let you know that I'm still here. I've been taken over by NCAA College football, and it's not just me. It's ridiculous. It is a good game though. I enjoy it. So, but yeah, everybody, subs, non-subs, guys who are getting ready to be subs, go ahead. Think about when we get ready to go live. We want to go live next week. That's the challenge. We want to go live next week. And if we go live next week, we want people to be on. So I want to say thank you, everybody. And again, it's The Cave.